Hey everybody, welcome to Flat Broke Outdoors. If you're new here, my name's Blaine, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you already know who I am and what I do. But this channel is mostly about camping and cooking and a little traveling now and then, you know, try to keep busy. Well, I was on my way from where I have a house in Wisconsin to where I have a house in Arkansas to get some of my camping stuff because I guess, I don't know, it's probably been a month ago or so. I left all my camping stuff at my house in Arkansas because my wife and I were taking a trip and I didn't have anywhere to store it at our place in Wisconsin at the time. So, anyway, it's that time for me to go back down there and get all my stuff. And I thought, well, it's only about 3 or 4 hours out of my way to come over to Iowa where my brother lives, who also has a YouTube channel. And some of y'all know that. His name is Butch, and his channel is called Before It's Too Late Outdoor Adventures. So I called him yesterday afternoon, I guess, or maybe I texted him. I can't remember. But anyway, I told him I was going to be drifting his way, and he said he'd be around. So I am currently on my way to his house. And I guess if he wants to camp for a few days, we'll get a game plan together and find somewhere to camp. Iowa's not that great for dispersed camping, but there's a lot of pretty neat county parks, things like that, where you can camp for relatively cheap compared to Wisconsin. All camping in Wisconsin is expensive, but like I said, if you've been watching my channel at all, I do most of my camping in Arkansas where it's free for me up in the Ozark National Forest by where I live. So that makes it nice. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. And then I don't know if wasn't on my last video before last, I was actually camping with Butch. So it's been a couple of months ago. And on that video, I showed that I had gotten a new rig, but I didn't show anything about it because there's a few things I needed to do. I didn't have it set up at all. I had just gotten it. So I wasn't quite sure if I was going to put a rack on it and use my rooftop tent or what I was going to do as far as sleeping arrangements with the truck. What I ended up doing, was ordering a new topper for it. And that took 6 weeks to get because they had to have it color matched, paint wise and all that stuff. So it all takes time. But anyway, I have it now. I just got it just a few days ago. So I don't have anything set up in the back. I think as far as camping's concerned, I got a few lights, a couple of hot dog sticks, and that's about it in the back of the truck. And I did buy a little air mattress to sleep on until I can get all my proper stuff. But anyway, enough about that. I'm going to get off here. I'll catch back up with y'all when me and Butch figure out what we're going to do. Thanks for watching. Hey, y'all, welcome back. I finally made it. I did find Butch. He was home just as I suspected. And, it was all I could do to get him off the couch and make him come camping. No, not really. He was ready to go. So we threw a few things into his van cave and swung by the grocery store. And he already had this spot in mind right on the riverbank. It couldn't get much better than this if we tried. And so far, now, I'm not trying to jinx us, but so far the bugs aren't bad. And it's relatively warm out. But anyway, we got a lot of setting up to do. And I know on the last camping trip, when I had first got this rig, kind of left y'all hanging about what I was going to do with it. So I'll cover that a little bit later and show you what I got going on, which isn't much. There's no build in the back of it yet, but that's coming. That'll be in a future episode. But anyway, we're going to get some stuff set up, and then we'll get right back into the swing of things. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the camp. We got it set up a while ago, and we were sitting around here shooting a bull, and somebody stopped by, somebody Butch knew, and we ended up talking to him for what seemed to be hours, honestly. I think it has been hours. And the light slipped away from us, and we hadn't even cooked supper yet. Not even a thing. So we got that thought on our mind right now. What we gonna have for supper? I mean, we got a lot to choose from, but
You tell them about our other visitor that dropped off this?
I did not. I did not tell them about the person who dropped off the. Ouch! No. I think he hit his boat against that.
I think he hit it against that gate.
Yeah, I think his boat hit that gate. Anyway, so we got a
Two
couple.
ribeyes.
We got a couple of ribeyes and a loaf of. Let me turn it around here where I can see it good. Sun-dried tomato and feta. Sourdough bread. Heck yeah. So we're gonna be some fat rascals after this weekend. Or this ain't even the weekend. These couple days we're gonna be here.
And we ain't even eating this tonight.
No, that ain't even tonight. We got something whole different for y'all tonight. But anyway, we thought we better get on here and let y'all know what's going on. It's been a pretty relaxing evening so far. You know, like I said, we were just sitting around telling old camp stories with a friend of Butch's who he's not of our age group, but he appreciated our camp stories. And, you know, we talked about different things, everything from fire starters to fishing. And it was just a good time. You know, it's always good to try to instill a little wisdom in the young folks. So that's kind of what we're doing. So we're going to get some supper going on here before too long, and I'll bring y'all back and get you in that mix. But anyway, we'll see you in just a little bit. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Flat Broke Outdoors, and before it's too late,
Outdoor Adventures. Click like, subscribe, send me a check. I don't care what you do.
I don't know if a lot of y'all watch. Well, I'm sure if you're watching this video, y'all watch some camping videos and stuff. And what you'll notice is a lot of those guys every week or whenever they make a video, they'll have different beers to drink, different kinds, different flavors, whatever.
Camp sodas.
Or what is his name? Brian from
Big Beard from Never Lost
Outdoors. He's always got a camp soda going on.
And then Ryan from Dish Outdoors. He's always got an old school
retro, like Miller ponies, all that stuff. And he's a lot of fun to watch. He's a hoot. But anyway, so this particular camping trip, Butch and I decided we might try something. I know if y'all been watching my video or my channel for very long, you've never seen me drink a beer. I'm not against drinking beer. I just don't drink a lot of beer.
And I don't drink as much as you think I do. Now, you do see me drink a beer, but it's normally because I'm dehydrated or not drunk.
Or you want a beer.
Or need a beer.
Right.
So I don't need a beer, but...
So this particular camping trip, we have a beer from the Millstream Brewing Company in
Amana, Iowa.
Local German beer, brewed right here close. And this is Oktoberfest Marzen style lager.
And it's damn near October.
It is almost October.
All right.
But anyway, y'all hear that?
Ooh.
Cool and refreshing, as they say.
And I got a little on my face. Like I ain't never heard that before.
No, that's right. And let's check it out.
Lord have mercy.
That's pretty good right there.
That is mellow. I don't know if any of you have ever been to the Federal Republic of Germany or whatever it is now, but me and Blaine both spent a little time in Germany. And them guys know their beer. And I learned to accept that and drank all I could.
I was there for 4 years, and I remember at least one of them.
I was there for a year and a half, then went back 2 or 3 different times for 60 days each time. I would only had to been there 30 days had I not drank the beer, and they made me stay till the end of the
end of the track 3.
Oh, well, yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, if anybody knows what track 3 is, put a comment down in the...
Yeah, if you're current military or prior service, you know what track 3 is. Hey, and in case we failed to mention ever in our videos, we do have a brother that currently lives in Germany.
Yes,
and has been there for 30-something years.
87.
Long
88.
Time. Yep. He's a full-time rad. So,
takes him about 30 days to learn how to speak English when he comes home.
Yeah, his English ain't so good when he gets here, but he finally remembers it. But, you know, luckily enough, me and Butch, we still retain a little bit of the German. So
Oh yeah,
We can converse.
I can speak enough German to make an ass out of myself in a minute.
And probably you too.
Yeah, no shit. Not YouTube.
Well, maybe you too.
All right. Have we did show them the gifts we got, the bread.
We
and
did.
The
We
steaks,
showed them the steaks and the bread.
but that's
And
not what we're eating.
we haven't. As speaking of eating, we haven't eaten since. Well, I haven't eaten since this morning. I don't know when you ate last, but
I had early this morning.
we do have some charcoal on the go over there, and somewhere we got a grill.
Yeah,
over
the
there.
little what is that? Odin Works or something?
Yeah, you've seen it before.
Yeah, it's been on my channel.
But anyway, what you haven't seen before is we've got 2 racks of ribs in my truck that were pre-cooked at a local grocer's.
Yeah,
here in Shellsburg, Iowa.
Never seen them have them before, but
and we got no idea what they may or may not taste like. But you will get the real review right here tonight.
And when you asked me earlier if we need any barbecue sauce, I said no, I had plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't expecting ribs and pork steaks and everything else we're going to eat. This may take a day or two, but I think we got a half a day's worth of barbecue sauce.
It's all right. I got some barbecue sauce in my cooler.
Oh.
I brought some.
How old is that?
Oh, no, it's fresh.
Oh.
Less than a week old.
Oh, shit.
You know, I don't let barbecue sauce get stale. No, sir.
Mine don't either, but I normally eat Sandy's she keeps in the house.
My wife makes some pretty good barbecue sauce, but she hasn't made any in a while. So,
well,
you know, I will dabble in the Sweet Baby Ray's from time to time.
That's with me. I prefer my homemade, and I make a barbecue sauce out of hot pepper jelly because everybody in Iowa makes hot pepper jelly. You got jalapeno, you got other stuff that's almost unbearable. But you take a jar of that hot pepper jelly, mix ketchup, brown sugar, a bunch of others, not a bunch, but it makes a decent barbecue sauce. All right, if we don't cut this off soon, we're going to run out of battery.
But hold on. There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Night before. No, might have been last night, might have been the night before. My wife made these little baby apple pies with jalapenos in them.
Did you bring any?
I didn't because we ate them.
Conversation's over.
Apple pies with jalapenos, son.
And you didn't bring none.
We ate them. Matter of fact, she made little baby cupcake with apple pies and jalapenos in them. And then she made like this big pizza with apple pie filling and jalapenos. Oh, it's fine eating, son. Fine eating.
I didn't get none of it.
Maybe next time. But we'll bring y'all back when we get them ribs smoldering good.
All right, watch this. He's going to walk over and shut his camera off. I'm going to do mine remotely.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. What we got going on here is we finally got some supper cooked. We've got some ribs laid out here and some potato salad and some of that homemade bread that was expressly delivered. These ribs we did not actually cook. We bought them pre-cooked from the local grocery store, but they looked so good we couldn't hardly pass them up. But anyway, it's getting late. It's about 9 o'clock in the evening. So we're going to go ahead and get these ribs cut up, do a little eating, a little tater salad and ribs. And I think that's probably going to be the evening for this video anyway. And I'll catch y'all in the morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. It was a pretty good night. Stayed up a little past my bedtime, but I slept good. Woke up early. Pretty quiet here over the river this morning. I heard a bunch of geese and ducks and deer coming through here. Slept like a baby in the new accommodations. That air mattress really came in handy. I'm glad I had that, but I'll be a lot happier when I get a regular bed platform built in here. Because, you know, somewhere in the night, air mattresses always give up a little air. You know, when they're new, they start to stretch. A lot of people, I guess, don't know that, you know, they'll wake up in the morning and think their air mattress has lost air. Well, that's really not what happens. You know, the rubber compound they're made out of, that stuff just stretches initially, and then, you know, you have to put a little more air in there. I didn't have to add any air last night, but I'll probably have to add some to it today sometime. I don't know. Butch must be sleeping in this morning. He's usually up by now, but he ain't today. It turned off pretty cool last night at some point. It got a little bit chilly. I mean, I wasn't cold. I had blankets in there, but when I got up this morning, it was a heavy dew on and kind of cool. So I had to let the shorts go for this morning anyway. I don't have any idea what we're going to do for breakfast. I know we got several different kind of stuff to cook, but at any rate, it should be a good day. I don't think the weather's supposed to be bad at all. I think when I looked at the weather report, it was going to be somewhere up around the early 70s, 70, 72 or something. I don't remember exactly, but it should be pretty nice. Oh, man. This is my first camp out in quite a long time, seems like. But I don't think I could have found a much nicer place to do it. Last night we had drank that German beer, or German, it's made local to here, or relatively local, but it tasted pretty good. I've had it before in the past, a long time ago, years ago, but it had a good flavor to it. I just had the one. I don't know if I'd want to drink a 6-pack of them, but it was pretty good. And then we had cooked the ribs for supper last night. Those ribs were really good. So anyway, that's kind of the way the evening went. After we got done eating, and I don't think we even I don't think we lasted long after we got done eating. It was about bedtime. But shoot, I slept good. It was nice in here. Oh, not too noisy or anything. We're the only ones in this particular campground right now. It is during the week, so most people got other places to be other than camping, but I can't think anywhere else I'd rather be. After, I guess, my last camping video, my wife and I took a trip out to California driving. We didn't fly. And I think I did like a little short grilled cheese cooking video in one of the Verbos we stayed at. And that's all, I haven't filmed another lick of anything. We've just been busy just doing life. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I don't do it for the money. I just do it when I can. I do it because I enjoy it. When you start hustling money from a gig like this, it sucks all the fun out of it, really. You become like pressured to make videos and interesting content and all that, where I just film, what I'm doing camping. Shoot, you either like it or you don't. It doesn't cost anything to watch it. It doesn't cost me anything to post it. So I enjoy doing it, and I appreciate everybody that does watch it. Yep, it's kind of cool. Well, let me spin y'all around. I'll give you a look at that river this morning. It's nice out here. Give y'all a slow turn here. I'm kind of getting off kilter a little bit there. There we go. We'll have a nice sunrise on the river this morning. Let me give you another spin here. It's really still out here. There ain't a breeze anywhere out here right now. There we go. I think it's about time to get some breakfast rolling around here. Y'all, we have finally got enough coffee in us. We decided to start some breakfast. Butch got a little bacon going on the old Blackstone. And creeping around here, we got a second pot of coffee percolating. I ain't sure where Butch got this 1947 coffee pot, but it's kind of cool.
Hasn't been washed since the day it was bought.
And then, yeah, right. Ain't never been laundered, I don't think. At least that cap up top hasn't. But anyway, he got a little pot of water going on here so we can rinse some of the chunks off the forks from last night, so we got something to eat with today. And then I got a little pile of onions and jalapenos chopped up there, and we're going to incorporate that with these Hungry Jack hash browns, and it should turn out to be a pretty good breakfast, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to get to doing this while Butch is getting his poop in a group, and we'll let y'all know how it turns out. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have not really been up to a whole lot today. We hung a little catch-all shelf in Butch's van, and after breakfast we did that, and then we took a walk around the park here looking for old tent stakes and stuff, and didn't find anything. Butch tried his hand at fishing and lost a lot of bait, and that was about it. And then around noon we got a little snackish. We ate some summer sausage and crackers, and just been hanging out, doing a little cleanup around the camp, whatever, just burning firewood, and that's really about it. You know, we might get into something a little later. We'll see. Don't have any idea what's for supper yet, but we'll come up with something. You can be sure of that. Welcome back, y'all. It is a beautiful evening. I say evening. It's about almost 7 o'clock. Just want to spin this around here and share this sunset with y'all. That is so pretty. Whoa. Look at that. Sunset on the river. That is nice, nice, nice. So we just been scratching around here, getting ready to prepare some supper. We got Butch over here doing a few dishes. That's just the kind of guy he is.
We gotta have something to fight with.
We ain't got nothing to eat with. We don't went broke. But we do got some flatware for you coming next week. We'll have a little something different than the next camping trip.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Think I ought to throw them snakes on there?
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. Well, I got this in my hand. All right, kids, that's right there is going to be the vessel we're cooking on. And here's what's about to go down. We got a couple of ribeyes, courtesy of Kim Love. I'm going to go apply these to the gorilla. All right. Well, there we go, y'all. We're going to get those to smoldering. Butch is getting some dishes done, and I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. Good morning, campers. It is bright and early this morning, and unseasonably cool for me. I think it's normal weather for Iowa, but it is cool on me. I had to find my good jacket this morning. We got a lot of fog rolling off the river. We got up, I don't know, long before daylight, I believe, and got the fire going and got the coffee on. We ain't really put 2 cents worth of thought in breakfast yet, but you know we will. Last night, before we retired, there was 4 deer, 2 of the fattest coons you've seen in a long time over here, and that just, I mean, you could have threw a rock and hit any one of them. And then right over here behind Butch's van cave, there was 2 possums playing chase up a tree, and they was creating a heck of a ruckus, and we went over and shined a light on them. They was the fattest possums I ever seen. These critters around here have been eating good, y'all. Oh, I think it ain't for real cold. It's only about 52 or 3 degrees, but colder than it's been. And you know, I didn't really come prepared for that. I got one old thin old army poncho liner, and then a little fleece blanket. But I wasn't freezing or nothing, but it was lightly uncomfortable when I woke up. I ain't quite sure what's on the books. This will be the last night we're here, and I don't know if we'll wrap it up or go somewhere else or what we're going to do. I don't think either one of us got a real pressing schedule as of right this minute, but we've enjoyed it. We didn't do anything yesterday, and when I say that, I meant next to nothing. We hung one little shelf thing in Butch's van, and I did a couple things on my truck. We did do some scheming on how the build out's going to work in the back of my topper. You know, we didn't set any hard date on getting it finished, but at least we got an idea of what's going on. Of course, I ain't in no big rush to do it, but it's nice to be out of the rooftop tent for a while. You know, going up and down that ladder was taking a toll on my knees. Ain't much of them left. But anyhow, I don't even know what we got for breakfast. I know we got a can of Spam and bacon and yeah, we got roast beef hash. So you know we got a little something to eat. We ain't gonna starve. You never know. We might even find a way to scratch up a biscuit or a piece of what was that bread? That tomato basil sourdough bread. You never know. We'll come up with something. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all when we get a little breakfast rolling. All right, y'all. Here's what we got going on. We got a little Spam and roast beef hash and one spare biscuit on the Blackstone. And then around here, Butch is getting his Betty Crocker skills on. He done made some handmade biscuits. There we go.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. We had that one spare biscuit, so we just threw it on the Blackstone. It wouldn't fit in Butch's biscuit pan. I don't know if let me creep around here. I don't know if the oven's right yet, but
well, it's above 300.
Oh, that's where I always start, right there. Yeah, them are gonna be biscuits for long, y'all.
They will too.
All right, we'll get back with y'all once we get done with this, but it's probably gonna turn into a giant breakfast like it always does. Hey y'all, welcome back. It is now about 1:30 in the afternoon. We got Butch's power station over here, trying to get a little charge back in it with I think that's just a 40-watt solar panel, but that's a pretty small power station, so it will eventually get right. And then we're trying to do a reset on this power station of mine. We're trying to draw it down to 0 and go through the steps of resetting the battery management system, because it was stuck to where it would only charge to 89%, and that ain't gonna do us. And then in the Coleman oven, we have some ribs reheating from the first night go around, because we got to get rid of them. So that will be lunch for the day. And then let's see, let me turn around here. We do have a new neighbor over there. I'm sure y'all can see that camper there. And then what else? Saw some eagles this morning. And what else did we do?
I don't know. Nobody showed up to do the dishes yet.
Oh yeah, we still ain't done breakfast dishes yet, but you know we'll have to do it before we eat supper. We know that. But anyway, it's just a pretty day on the river here. Finally started to warm up good. Sun's out. Everything's super pretty on the river. Not any boat traffic this morning. Not a canoe, kayak, boat, nothing. But just a beautiful day. So we're going to mill around here and gnaw away at some of these rib bones in a little bit. And then we'll see what we can get into after that.
All right, guys, here's what we got going on. Blaine has chopped up some onions and some jalapenos while he was frying up some bacon. Now he's chopping up bacon.
What the idea is, we got some baked beans, some Bush's baked beans, and we think we need to do a little something to them to make them right.
Tighten them up a little bit.
So first I'm going to scoop some of this bacon in there that we done fried on the Blackstone here. And after we get the onions and peppers dolled up, into the baked beans, Butch has some jalapeno cheddar burgers.
Jalapeno pepper jack burgers.
Oh yeah, that's what it is, pepper jack. So
and isn't there a spot of barbecue sauce around here somewhere?
Got it right here.
Just for the heck of it.
For the old baked beans.
Nothing else will make them soupier.
Yeah. But anyway, we done sat around here. It's about 6:30-ish. So we thought we probably better start this before it gets too dark to see. So this is what we're doing.
And another reason we've been sitting around, I don't know when was the last time you tried to run down how many?
I think it's 2,300 watt hours.
Yeah, 2,232 watt hour power station. But we've been trying to run Blaine's dead. And we've had my van hooked to it, a couple other power stations charging them, and it ain't dead yet. So
what happened with that thing was I got this power station from Opus, and it worked good for quite a while. And then it started where it wasn't charging all the way up to 100%. It would stop at 80 or 89%. So I did some studying on the internet, and it said that the battery management system had gotten off. So they said to run it down all the way to 0 until the machine shuts itself off, and then let it sit for a minimum of 2 hours, and then put it back on charge. It should go to 100. So we'll see. If not, Opus will get it back. But anyway, it's been on 0 power left, 0 hours left for the last 2 hours probably.
Yeah,
but it's still
putting out over what 100 and something
watts. 70 watts is still putting out. So there's definitely a malfunction in the gauging of the machine because it still has plenty of power left. So eventually it will run down and we'll get it all straightened out. Like I said, if it don't, I'll just send it back. You know, that's the beauty of them sending a warranty card in a box. I went ahead and registered the warranty. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. The sun's going down and we're cooking a little groceries. This is going to be our last night here, so we're going to make the best of it. Hey everybody, welcome back. It is a beautiful morning here on the river. Everything is quiet and peaceful this morning. You know, we ran out of wood yesterday at some point, and we had a couple of blocks of wood under that picnic table over there to keep it from teetering. You know, they were on there for leveling. Anyway, long story short, we got seriously low on wood, so Butch captured our leveling blocks and burned them up. But anyway, this morning he done went off into the woods with his little hand saw and come back with enough to generate a little small fire here. So we're doing pretty good. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but it's starting to warm up pretty good now that the sun's up. I thought I had slept in dangerously long. I wondered why it was still dark outside. So when I looked at my watch, I didn't have my glasses on. I thought I'd slept way too late. And I come out of the truck, Butch already had coffee made. So I guess I did sleep a little late. But it's all right, though. The first day he did. So yeah. I don't feel so bad about it. But anyway, it was a little cool this morning. So he got a decent fire going now. And we hadn't even begun to discuss nothing for breakfast. We're still on coffee mode right now. But this is our last day here. So we'll make the most out of this morning before we start cleaning all this junk up. We still haven't recharged the old Opus to see if our battery management reset worked out in our favor, but we'll see. But other than that, we're just enjoying our time here.
Tell them what we're going to do next month.
Next month?
Well, one of these first months before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do I don't know how many days we'll do it, but we're going to do another Thanksgiving extravaganza like we did last year. If y'all have been around the channel that long. If you had,
go back and look at the video.
Yeah, you can go back and look either on my channel, Flat Broke Outdoors, or on Butch's channel, Before It's Too Late Outdoor Adventures. You can go back and look at the year and see what we did last year. I think we'll probably change it up a little bit this year. Yeah. You know, last year we did it, the budget. I think we did turkey spam, and we had all the trimmings. It just was, you know, they were all budget trimmings. I don't think the whole food thing didn't cost us $20, did it? I think
we added it up.
Yeah. If you want to know exactly what it cost, I think we put it in the video, but we didn't spend much money on it. But we had $1 million worth of fun, and it was cold. Boy, it was. I think the one morning we woke up, it was about 11 degrees outside, and we we had some defective firewood on that trip. We had a fire every day, or we had smoldering wood every day, but I don't know if we ever had a real fire.
No.
It was terrible. It's a good thing we wasn't close to freezing to death.
Good thing them Chinese made diesel heaters.
Oh yeah, we had set up a easy up and put walls around it, the hanging canvas walls, and ran diesel heaters in there, and that's where we did all of our cooking and most of our hanging out. And it was toasty warm in there with the diesel heaters working in our favor. So, and we may end up having to do the same thing this year, but that'll be all right too. But we'll change the game some, but we'll try to keep it as as like a Thanksgiving dinner would be. Cranberry sauces and all that. Yeah, I don't know what we'll do for the turkey this year, but we'll come up with something. It ain't rocket science, y'all. It's just stuff we do for fun, but we figure we're gonna try to make that a yearly thing for us.
For the years we have left.
Yeah, that's why we're out here doing what we do. Just try to do as much outdoor stuff as we can while we can. At some point, everybody's got a expiration date, and typically leading up to that expiration date, your body starts going downhill. You can't do what you used to do, and you don't feel like doing what you used to do. But while we still got some breath in us, we're going to keep on doing this. And if nothing else, just for fun. As Butch takes a handful of medicine. Anyway, that's about all I know right now. I'll get back with y'all when we start doing something a little more exciting than what we're doing right now. Hey, everybody, welcome back. You have to pardon the background noise. We got a generator running just so we can try to finish our battery management system reset with that Opus power station. We have switched gears a little bit. We drank 2 pots of coffee and did some dishes. Working on the 3rd pot. Now we're cooking a little something up. I got some our version of hash browns going on. We got some bacon cooked, doing a little turkey. Butch done broke out the waffle iron. He is working hard at it. He got a mini waffle maker over there that he's never tried. So we're working on that now and getting our day started good. When it got the temperature, we're trying some experiments to see how big a power station you really need to run that waffle maker. And luckily, we got a few to choose from. So y'all hear what's really going on. What the hash browns are is a can of diced potatoes Butch had in his pantry in there, because we was smooth out of regular hash browns, but those are going to work out just fine. And we already got some bacon rolled up over here. And then we'll go down here where Betty Crocker is whooping up these waffles. There it is right there.
I don't know how much to put in there on the first try ever.
Well, I think
probably a little more.
I would say. But that ought to be messy when you open it. There it is. Look at him. Look at him. Boy, he gonna make somebody a good wife someday. Look at that.
That power supply is running it like it was built for it.
This mini waffle maker runs about 500 watts ish, maybe a little more. About actually closer to 5. Yeah, it idled down some when we first plugged it in. It was pulling about 600 watts, but it's come down some. So you don't really need a giant power station to run it. I mean, if you're gonna make enough waffles for everybody, you probably want a little bigger power station. And we got more electricity, but that's enough to get, if you out camping by yourself, that'll be plenty to get you through. Oh, nice. We've had that when we're resetting the battery management system on. We started it, it wasn't that long ago. It was at 0, and we're trying to get it It was hung up at I think 108 or 89% is where it was hung up. But anyway, my research said that we run it all the way down and then recharge it from scratch. It should reset the battery management system, and we'll see. But anyway, that's where we're at, kids. Hey, y'all, welcome back. Breakfast turned out really good. Butch and his little mini waffle maker. That was a good turnout right there. And that little power station had enough juice to make 3 waffles. That about where you ran out, Butch?
Yeah.
About 3 waffles. So.
But it wasn't completely charged.
And it wasn't completely all the way down yet. So it did good. You could probably make 4 waffles with it. So that's good if you're a waffle eater. We've made a pretty good stab at getting all this stuff tore down. Butch got one way to go, and I got another way to go. So once we get all this packed up, we're going to light out. It's been a great 3 days we've been here, I guess. And it was pretty uneventful. We didn't set anything on fire that wasn't supposed to be on fire, which that's different for us. We didn't have any storms come through and blow our lanterns down and bust globes out of them. So pretty uneventful across the board. I don't think there was any bloodshed that didn't need to be shed. Only 2 things is we didn't catch any fish and we ran out of wood. So, that's all part of the game. So anyway, I think I'm going to help Butch finish getting his stuff packed up, and we're going to get out of here, and I'll see y'all next time in the woods.